start? Are you up past your bedtime?
I'm more of a night guy than a morning guy, so I don't hate the 9 p.m. But I'll definitely be past my bedtime by the time the game's over.
What does the Iowa offense look like?
They play with a lot of pace. They try to do a lot of similar things we try to do. So definitely be a quick game tomorrow. Fast up and down at least.
Are you glad you kind of have 2 games under your belt before kind of a bigger test now?
Yeah, I mean it's always kind of nice to kind of ease your way into the seasons. I mean, obviously the first 2 teams we play still got really good players and whatnot, so got to still be ready for them. But I mean, it helps you get prepared for bigger opponents like Iowa, who's going to be a really good test for us.
Transition-wise, I know you guys are comfortable flying at them. What are the keys to rallying them when they're flying back at you?
I think a big thing for that is just not be caught off guard by it. Just be ready to get back on defense, sprint back. Obviously, it's where the game's probably going to be won is if we have good transition defense or not. And so that's something we worked on yesterday, something we'll work on today. But that'll be big things, just not being surprised by the pace.
Their bigs are crafty and active. What do you see in the film that presents challenges for kind of getting back early and getting set, making sure you're kind of knocking them further away from the back?
Yeah, their bigs are pretty crafty about like when to duck in, so you can't really take a breath thinking that you have a second, because then they'll duck you in right when you're taking a break, and then you're screwed. So I think just always being ready, always kind of expecting contact, even if it doesn't happen. But just being prepared is a big thing.
Just talking with Ryan about transition defense. How much hours of sleep have you lost thinking about how to reset when Iowa's playing?
We might want to play some transition defense. I think that would be good for us. We still got to do what we're going to do. We got to try to establish ourselves on the offensive glass, but once it changes hands, we've got to get back. We got to get turned around, and we've got to get our defense put together. They're one of the best in the country at striking quick.
Is it good to have 2 games kind of under belt going into a challenging foe, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, you always want a couple to kind of get the kinks out, but Iowa's good. It hasn't really mattered. He's turned over that roster many times and continues to have NCAA tournament level teams, and I don't think this one's any different.
Is their pace like yours?
Yeah, maybe faster. They shoot it quicker than us, so we've got to get back and like I said, get it put together. But one of the better teams that I've coached against of pushing it on a made shot, like taking it out of the net and really attacking you quickly. So. The pounding the chest and shooting the guns and blowing kisses, we might have to leave that one on the shelf tomorrow night. We got to get back and play defense.
Each year they've had a new guy kind of step into that top spot. Had a really good season. What have you seen from Peyton Sanford so far?
Really good. I watched him in high school. He played with Tucker DeVries over there, so I saw him play several times, and he's made significant improvement since that time and has really improved since last season, and he had some great games last season. So they feature him. They put him in a lot of actions where you've got to be ready to try to take that 3-point shot away and try to make him do something other than shooting a 3-point shot, because he's really good at doing that.
How much have guys like Trey and Baylor really worked on that mid-range game? Is that kind of a lost art nowadays?
I mean, Trey's always been good at it. He was pretty good when he got here, and he's really elevated that part of his game. So while it's not a great shot for some people, it's a pretty good shot for Trey. Baylor took a couple turnarounds the other day. Obviously he's good at that shot. I'd like to see him attack the rim a little bit more, use his strength, use his size, maybe get to the free throw line. I think he goes to the doctor again on Wednesday, and we get the next set of directions after that. But I think it's going as well as it could. We really have to check on whether it's healing as quickly as we hope.
9 o'clock starts late for some of us, at least. You have some other 8 o'clock starts this year. Do you mind that, or have you talked with the TV gods about that at all?
Well, I will say this: when the first schedule came back to us, there was more 8 o'clock starts than what we ended up with. So my feeling is the same, but we're in a league where there's only 3 schools in the Central Time Zone, and the rest are in the Eastern Time Zone. So I understand they have to start early. Fortunately, we're able to move a few where they moved to 6:30 Eastern. That allowed us to start at 7:30 Central with some of them later in the season. But it's all dictated by TV, and obviously with the Gavitt games, we're the last game of the night, and our fans will be okay. They just I'm going to take a nap too, so everybody else just needs to do that and make sure they're awake at 9 o'clock.
Small sample size match. What have you liked about what Mason?
Yeah, he's you see that he really understands how to get to the right spot offensively, and understands how to play off those other guys. And defensively, he's trying. He's getting better. He's flying around, getting some rebounds, which has been good to see. He runs the court extremely well. So he's been I think his confidence has grown as a result of how he's played the last couple games.